New this morning, an area teenager found her thing, and it's not only changing her life, but the lives of others. Star Shooters was born out of some pretty dark times. Like many of us, Mara Carbine struggles intensified during the pandemic. It took one spontaneous Amazon order to help get her on a brighter path. Today, this successful jewelry business not only serves as an outlet, but it's sending a message of inclusion and acceptance and raising money for some very important causes.
Star Shooters was like my lifelong dream, like ever since I was like little.
To many people, Mara Carbine's is still little, but you can be sure this 15-year-old has experienced a whole lot of life, both good and bad.
I was struggling with a learning disability that was undiagnosed and anxiety, and doing that and then just trying to navigate like friends and like your pathway and like trying to figure out like teachers and everything can be really hard.
Add on a global pandemic and the stress of quarantine, the struggle got intense for Mara. She found her own way to cope, one bead at a time.
We were all thinking, literally me and my parents, we were like, oh, it'll just be like a month thing, you know, get us through like the hardness of like February and January and everything. Just get that little push, you know. No, it like started taking off.
The name so fitting because Mara's almost accidental business is catapulting further than even she expected. Today she sold more than 25,000 pieces through Brody's, Bee Cafe, and Ada, all in the name of mental health. She donates 66% of her profits to nonprofits like I Understand, dedicated to suicide awareness and prevention.
We raise money for mental health. If somebody's like struggling, we'd be like, hey, you know, here's like some ideas that can like help you with like your mental health.
She knows. She's been there and is happy to share her story.
Nobody is alone, even if you do feel alone, because everybody will feel alone at some point in their life. There's always somebody that is probably going through something similar. It's just like a great feeling, and I want people to like feel that.
Mara also hopes she inspires everyone to find their thing, that outlet that helps them cope.
Definitely like the hard times, especially like rough days can equal something great in the end. So if you have a rough day and you come home, you're like, I really want to make an earring that looks like this. Or some days you'll just come home and be like, I don't know what I'm making. And then you'll just start putting things together and you're like, that actually looks really cool, you know? Then you like keep making more and then it keeps making more and then you lose track of time. But then it all turns out good in the end.
All good in the end, with the love of her family, her community, and of herself. The sky is not the limit for this capable, creative young woman.
Everybody needs to shoot for their dream. Everybody like needs to like, even if it doesn't feel right at the time, when you're sitting in like the darkest of your times, it's hard to like lift your head up and like look at everything in front of you or like up above. So just like being able to like look up your head and look at the stars is also really great.
Well, these days, Mara is recruiting others to help in her design. She gets donations of old costume jewelry, beads, and other pretty things to help make her creations. And while she donates most of what she makes, she has saved up enough to buy her own car, which she's working on with her dad.
I love that story. She has such great outlook at a young age.
She does, and she is very, very talented, very creative. She's got beautiful, beautiful work. So check it out if you have time.